This week on Talk of the Town, we highlight Tremontans Heydays along with the Chalk Affair event. Explore beautiful Box Elder County with us and be sure to get outside this summer.
Zach, you are the Parks and Recs director. How many years have you been helping with Heydays, Tremontans City Days? How has that been?
I started in 2013, so going on a long time. Been here around, helped with the City Days ever since. A couple years ago it turned to Heydays, and I've been director the last 3 years. So it's been running the show and helping entertain the community and hopefully doing what the community likes to do.
And so tell us a little bit about the main attractions. Why is this a fun event, and what do people come out for usually?
Usually it's the baby contest, the bounce houses, obviously the fireworks. The fireworks are the big thing, the big draw. And the concert at night when the weather turns a little cooler, the park just gets packed. They come out to be with friends and family, and just to be together as the community, and to see friends that they haven't seen all summer because they've been out playing and vacation or other things. So.
What were some of the new things, or how was this year different than last?
This year we added the Guns and Hoses softball tournament, so the police versus the firemen. They came out and played, and they had a great time. It was fun. We had a lot of people from each department all over the area. Thatcher, Plymouth, down from Brigham City, so some from each department coming and playing, and just creating a bond with other people that they work with. This year we also changed up some of the games. We changed the normal hot dog eating contest and root beer chug and hula hoop contest. We got rid of the hot dogs, but the other two moved to Friday night during the community dinner, and we added some foot races and some contests there. And we started a new tradition with new games during bingo this year. So those are some of the bigger things that have changed this year. Obviously the lawn, we have lawn games out, and Gaga Ball's taking over, and it's been jam-packed the whole time it's been out. So.
I know you've been busy running around, but what do you feel is the consensus so far? What were some of the highs from this celebration as you guys look to wrap it up?
I think the biggest high is the weather cooperated. The high was 95-ish, I think, at the peak when the wind didn't blow and the clouds didn't come out. Other than that, it wasn't very often, but Mother Nature really cooperated with us this year. And there's been a lot more people in the park because of the weather. So the baby show is always a big one as well. And the car show. The car show is the big hit. Another new thing we did was move the chalk art contest that we do in June because of unknown what's happening at Midland Square so far. We moved it to Heydays this year. And the Goose Chase is another thing that brings people before Heydays, so the week before. And they come out and get together as a community, do missions, and just come together and meet people they've never met and become hopefully friends. So.
And obviously a lot of people involved. Any kind of shout out or mention of who makes this possible?
We couldn't do it without community members. The community as a whole is what makes this happen, and that's who it's for. So everyone in the community needs a shout out because they're the ones that come out, that make the relationships with each other, and they make it what it is. So yeah, there's certain people that help to make it what it is, but it's every single person in the community.
What's next for Parks and Recs?
We have fall soccer and fall flag football just around the corner. Adult fall softball falls right with that. Then we start prepping for next year, starting with junior jazz and going on a full year of sports. So yeah, it goes fast, it comes around fast. So flag football and soccer, that's coming up sooner than you know.
I'm Mandy Taylor. I'm married to Blake Taylor, and we have 6 kids in the area. We've got 4 of them here today doing art. And we moved here in 2020 and have done the art festival, or like the chalk art, ever since then. But that was my first time ever doing chalk art. So I grew up doing a lot of pastel work, and like I was in art in high school. But I've been a busy mom, and so this is like getting back into it and trying to share some of myself with the kids. For me, it was just a moment where I had my youngest child was, I think, 6 months old, and I was getting back into like art, like finding myself again, and I just thought it would be fun and it would kind of push me to do that. And so I signed up, and then I noticed the kids getting interested in what I was doing, because I was kind of trying to prepare for it and make a plan, and I just thought it would be really fun to have them come. And so they did, and it was a little wilder because they were younger back then, but it was really fun, and they've remembered it every year. So now they ask me every year as summer rolls around, like, when is the chalk art? When is the chalk art contest? So it's like we have to do it now. We're just like committed. So Edison did this first one. He's 9. And he loves being outdoors, and he loves nature, and he finds that calming. So the theme was inner hero, and he was thinking about what his gifts are and what makes him powerful. And he says that his love of nature makes him powerful and able to help in the world. And so that he has the shape of a brain, and then that's supposed to be nature inside his brain.
I like to use my creativity to draw stuff. I've been drawing and coloring for about when I was 3, and I like using my creativity to draw stuff.
Marley is the next one. So she's 6. She's going into 1st grade, and she drew a forest, also nature and outdoors focused, and she was thinking of ways that she also feels good, and that she can be helpful in the world. So
It's fun to color with my family, and it's really special to me because I get to spend time with my family out in the outdoors, and it's really special to me. We come here every single year.
Waverly is the one that drew the heart, and she's almost 8 years old, and she is full of love and loves art so much. So she spent the most time and like really got into it. And she has this big heart because she feels like that's her inner hero, her superpowers, to just love. My little guy on the end is 4, and he drew a roller coaster first, and then sunshines, and then a forest fire. And I don't really know how it coincides with the theme, but he had a great time.
I'm 4, and it took 6 hours. There's fires on a house. We're gonna do it again.
The way we've done it, we've kind of learned over the last 4 years. The first year I think I came and didn't really know a lot of the stuff I know now, like bring shade and come early. So that was like our experimenting year. And then the last 3 years, I come early, I get our spot, I get paint on the ground for the kids mostly, or at least half of it, and then get our supplies out. And I start on my work, and then my husband brings them when they're woke up and they're all ready, and then they come and have an art experience, and then they leave, and I try and finish up. I'm kind of stuck right now, actually, trying to figure out where to go next with it, but the theme is inner hero. I was thinking a lot about like what is my like inner strength and what makes me a hero. So I was just thinking about motherhood, and that's kind of where I've spent all my time the last decade or so. And so just the ability to love like unconditionally. So that's the mother and the daughters right there, and that's after a painting by Klimt. And then this is the semicolon for mental health. So the idea that life continues on, we don't want it to just stop for those that are struggling with depression. And then the butterfly is a green butterfly also to symbolize like people's personal struggles with mental health. Every year is different, but it's like, I think I'm going to get it done in like 3 or 4 hours, and I usually get it done in like 7. So I don't know. I have a couple more hours for this one probably, but we'll see. And yeah, this is the first year I've kind of free-handed more and like tried to put in different ideas rather than just go off a grid system. So it's a little bit different for me. It's taking longer, and I like how it's going so far. My advice is that it looks intimidating maybe, but like it's really not. It's really fun, and it's easy to just come out with your kids and do a little bit of chalk art, and they have a blast. And so you don't have to be an artist. I'm not an official artist, but it's still really fun for me. So people should just try it.
Tune in next week for more Talk of the Town.